My friend, my partner, my independence.
For many Australians with disabilities, a partnership with a guide, hearing and service dog has meant increased independence, feelings of self-assurance and an enhanced quality of life. Although many studies have proven the physiological and psychological benefits of the human-animal bond, the greatest articulation of this bond is found in the unique relationship between people with disabilities and their assistance dogs. Guide dogs for the blind have been known in this country since the 1950s, but more recently, dog power has been harnessed to assist people with other disabilities. More than 20 non-profit programs train and place these incredible canines at no or minimal cost to their disabled partners. Dogs are acquired for assistance work through planned breeding, donation and/or rescue. Some programs utilise puppy raisers, while others deal with adult dogs who can be put right into training. In some cases, people with disabilities must attend a residential program. In other cases, the team training takes place in the person's home and local areas, and sometimes people with disabilities train their own dogs. Those schools with established breeding programs place recently whelped puppies in foster homes. Raising an assistance dog puppy is no different from raising a well-mannered pet. Dogs need to learn manners such as not eliminating in the house, chewing on rugs, furniture and family possessions, jumping on guests, not going into the garbage, stealing food from counters and barking unnecessarily. Puppies must learn to stay on the floor when riding in a car, since, as working dogs, they will ride in taxis, buses, trains, aeroplanes, ferries and cars. Since these young recruits will have public access rights as adult working dogs, they need to be exposed to as many different environments as possible. Puppy raising groups make regular excursions to local shopping centres to teach young recruits to walk on shiny floors, climb stairs, ride in elevators, greet strangers, weave in and out of clothes racks, remain undisturbed by shopping trolleys and noisy crowds, and lie quietly under the table while their handlers relax over a well-deserved lunch. Many of the puppies sport head halters to keep their exuberance in check and accustom them to wearing this equipment as adult working dogs. Volunteer puppy raisers are the unsung heroes of the assistance dog movement. After a period of up to 16 months of providing love and guidance, they must return their young charges to the program for up to 6 months of formal training. During their professional preparation, guide dogs are taught to assist their blind and visually impaired partners to safely negotiate the environment. Guide dogs, primarily Labrador Retrievers, Golden Retrievers and German Shepherd dogs, learn to stop at curbs and steps, go around obstacles, locate entrances and exits, and avoid moving objects including cars, bicycles, shopping carts and people. One of the most difficult behavioural patterns guide dogs must master is intelligent disobedience. They must refuse a command perceived as dangerous or unreasonable. When approaching the edge of a train platform, the dog must refuse the forward command unless the train is in the station. The most common situation in which intelligent disobedience is demonstrated occurs when the blind partner gives a command to cross the street, not realising a car is turning or speeding through the intersection. Recognising the hazards of modern-day traffic, guide dog schools incorporate traffic checks to test the dog's response during team training. Like all assistance dogs, the guide dog accompanies the blind partner to work, school, shopping excursions, and onto trains, buses, planes and other forms of public transportation. On an airplane, the assistance dog lies on the floor in the bulkhead area or curls up under the seat in front of the passenger. Fellow passengers and airline personnel are impressed when assistance dogs settle comfortably under the seats in front of them, where carry-on luggage is usually stored. Sometimes Tony varies the response by saying she folded them up and put them in her purse. Recognising the benefits of guide dogs, canines have been put to work to assist people with other disabilities. Hearing dogs assist their deaf and hard of hearing teammates by alerting to unheard sounds in the environment. These dogs make physical contact with their partners and lead them to the source of the sound. Hearing dogs can be trained to alert to a door knock or bell, telephone, alarm clock and kitchen timer. Among other things, dogs can be trained to respond to an emergency siren or the partner's name. One of the most significant unheard sounds in the lives of deaf people is the smoke alarm. Many say for the first time in their lives they are able to sleep through the night knowing their hearing dog will awaken them in an emergency. By missing out on cues such as the sound of one's name, a deaf person may miss out on an important interaction. Through partnership with a trained hearing dog, this is no longer a problem. A deaf woman inadvertently leaves her credit card on the counter after checking into a hotel and makes her way to the elevator. Noticing the card, the desk clerk calls the guest's name, then chides himself for his action, realising she is deaf. The clerk is pleasantly surprised when the guest returns to claim her card, explaining the hearing dog alerted her to her name being called and pulled her back to the counter. A deaf parent can relax knowing her hearing dog will alert her when her child cries. The antics of older children may also require parental intervention. Ever vigilant, Mum's hearing dog is on the job and makes sure Mum arrives on the scene to carry out the rescue mission. The hearing dog movement began in the mid-70s as a dual mission to rescue dogs from animal shelters and train them to be of assistance. As a result, many mixed breeds are recruited into this field of work. Working hearing dogs range from small under 5 kilogram models to large over 30 kilo varieties. Whatever their size, shape or colour, they are selected for their perkiness and curiosity. They must be alert to the environment and ready to go into action when they hear a sound which must be brought to their partner's attention. Like the hearing dog movement, the training of dogs for people with disabilities, other than blindness and deafness, developed in the mid-70s. Service dogs assist their partners in a variety of ways. One of their most common tasks is retrieving requested or dropped items. If the partner is unable to bend or reach, the dog can bring the portable phone, pick up a cane or crutch, or retrieve an item from the refrigerator. When the service dog's chore is paying the bill, cashiers quip, "Who gets the change?" Service dogs can be trained to turn switches on and off, open and close doors, push elevator buttons, pull wheelchairs, and act as a support for people with balance problems. A trained and willing canine helper can take out the garbage, place laundry in the washing machine, tug off sweaters and socks, and assist in making the bed. Some new frontiers being explored in the service dog movement are the training of dogs to assist people with seizure disorders, Parkinson's disease, autism, diabetes, and psychiatric disabilities. Golden Retrievers and Labradors are the breeds of choice for most service dog training programs. Some follow the guide dog model, breeding their own stock and utilising puppy raising homes. Others follow the hearing dog model, selecting suitable adult candidates from shelters and breed rescue groups. Because there are long waiting lists for service dogs, many disabled people hire private trainers or train their own canine assistants. Since service dogs are trained to meet a wide range of needs, they range from breeds as tiny as Yorkshire Terrier to breeds as large as Labrador. As more people with disabilities decide to increase their independence and improve their quality of lives through working with assistance dogs, members of the public will encounter more of us. The Disability Discrimination Act of 2008 is the federal law guaranteeing the right of qualified people with disabilities to be accompanied by their guide, hearing and service dogs in all places to the public. These task-trained, well-behaved assistance dogs will be seen in stores, sports arenas, medical facilities, hotels, theatres, restaurants and in the cabins of airliners. Although it is tempting to talk to, pat or feed one of these well-mannered and appealing working dogs, please don't do it. Folk singer Sally Rogers puts it best.
Next time we meet upon the street, you'll see me dodging all obstacles. My boss can trust me to get her on the bus and through doors saying push or pull. But if you see me with my harness on, please don't stop to pet. My boss is the taskmaster, don't forget to ask her first if I can stop to chat. Oh, can't you see I'm working? I got a lot of looking out to do. Checking the traffic, testing the curb, making sure nobody gets bruised. I'm working whenever my harness is on. I do my duty with all my might. I could have been a hunter, a sniffer, or a runner, but this job seems just right. Yes, I could have been a hunter, a sniffer, or a runner, but this job seems just right.